and welcome to Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is on what is the karma for your ex, your friend, your family member, maybe your boss or coworker. So it's karma for somebody who's a narcissist, who has been, part of your life in one way or another. So tune into three piles: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and see what will resonate for that particular narcissist who played a role in your life. And and I'm also going to add that sometimes somebody else might come out, like another narcissist might pop out of the pile. So someone else, that maybe not the one you're thinking of, but maybe somebody else. So consider that possibility as well. So let's see, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile 3. Let's get started. Hello, pile number 1. What is the karma for the narcissist? The narcissist, ex, family member, friend, coworker, just somebody who's played a role in your life. Okay. Oh, interesting. So we got the 7 of Swords. So I'm getting this is what they've done, but this is also their karma as well. So it's sort of like so they're basically something that they stole. I'm getting it's sort of like an exact mirror, because sometimes karma isn't an exact mirror, but I'm getting it's pretty much a close exact mirror. Like if they stole something, the exact same thing will be stolen from them. Like if they stole your significant other, or stole your idea, stole your home, or something else. They stole something I can't quite put my finger on, but they stole something like I'm seeing an image of sort of almost they stole your time. I'm hearing too. They could have stolen your time. That exact same, I'm hearing that exact same measure will be taken from them, like I think a measuring cup. So that it seems to be the exact karma for whatever was taken for this. Let's see what else. We've got the High Priestess. I'm hearing that this person likes to think that they know it all, but they actually don't, is what I'm hearing. They like to think, oh, I know it all, but they actually don't. Or they like to see what's coming. They like to be in control and see what's coming, but they're not going to be in control. And that's something that they really don't like, is what I'm hearing. And then what else do we have here? We've got the Chariot. Yeah, they want to go, and they're very set. I'm hearing it, they can be, quite arrogant and want their course to go in a particular direction. And their karma could be that their course is going to go into a totally different direction. Or they could have, and then this is part of the mirroring I saw like if they change the direction of your life, their direction. It's like a mirror. I keep on getting it's an exact mirror. And then let's see, what else do we have here? We've got the Star. Interesting. We've got 2 moon cards. So I'm getting that this person is quite career focused, or goal focused. Like they may have even, I'm hearing they want to be a movie star in some capacity. Maybe it's a literal, they want to be a movie star, or like the entertainment industry. Ooh, but we've got the 7 of Pentacles. So it's sort of it's sort of like they're going to be forced to be they're not going to get, they're going to wait in the wrong direction. And it's not when I'm getting an energy from this person's very spiritually bereft, and they're that's what I get with the High Priestess. Okay, what I'm getting is I'm getting the energy of this person. They're very spiritually bereft, and it's like their compass is all wrong. So it's like they're trying to desperately go for these goals with running people over to get what they want. But it's just they're not going to get it. It's a very much somebody who would, I'm getting an image maybe in the entertainment industry, they would run people over to get what they want, but realize that it's not really satisfying what they want, but they never realize that, if that makes any sense. Yeah, they'll do whatever they can to get what they want, but it's really not like I'm hearing the word the hungry ghost. It's like, and there's nothing wrong with having goals. There's nothing wrong with wanting needs. There's nothing wrong with progressing toward those kind of things. But it's sort of like their compass is so wrong. They're just the way they do it, the way that they go about it is wrong. Like very, it's wrong. The ideals, like for example, like if you want, like for example, if you want something, there should be sort of an higher ideal. Like if you're creating a business, yeah, you want money, but there should be a higher ideal. But I'm hearing they're very devoid, they're very ego driven and devoid of those higher ideals. Like for example, yeah, you're creating a business, it might be, yeah, you want to make money, but you also want to contribute something to the world. You want to make the world a better place. But that I'm hearing that sort of essence of that those higher spiritual ideals escape them. It just like I'm just seeing it like a like for example, a CEO business person who just completely or I'm hearing even like a talent agent. They don't care about, I don't know why I'm getting vibes of that, but like sort of like they'll do whatever, like they won't see people as human almost. Like they'll see people as being like pawns, and they'll almost strip people of their humanity and their moral compass is very wrong, but they don't realize it. And that's very bad when somebody doesn't realize that. And I'm pulling the five of swords. This is very much a defeatist card. So, but I'm going to get some clarification on that because that can go different ways. It's one of, and the Five of Cups. Interesting, very interesting together. I'm getting some more clarity too with that too. But I'm just, and then once I get the card, I'll get the clarity of what exactly this means. But Ten of Pentacles. Yes, okay. I'm hearing this all goes together for their karma, something to do with their karma. Okay, so the Five of, anyone who knows tarot. They know that like the Five of Swords is very much, it's a defeat. It's either somebody's like really absolutely completely defeated, or some sort of bully is getting one over on somebody else. But I'm getting this is their karma. It's sort of like, so we've got that, two fives. Interesting. Two fives. So that's, fives are the difficulty. Right? The Five of Cups is somebody completely heartbroken over something. So they're feeling defeated. You very defeated, bullied, and then heartbroken. And it's sort of like because they're not completing this, like they're very ego driven, and something about wealth. Ten of Pentacles is like wealth, accomplishment, like almost an ego driven. They wanted to leave a legacy with their family, but it's sort of like this defeat, and it's not happening because the five, the defeat, and then the looking over, the sad, the Five of Cups, very defeated, very sad. And like they're not getting that what they want. Oh my goodness. And then we've got the Seven of Swords. So this is it's just like this overall, like these are probably I don't want to use the word worst, but these are the worst cards in the deck. The Five of Swords, Five of Cups, Seven of Swords is somebody stealing something. Like, so this, I'm hearing this is their karma, but it's something to do with, okay, let me tune in. Okay, it's something to do with not getting what their ultimate aim is. Like, it's like they have these lofty ideals, and lofty ideals are good, but they're lofty, I keep on getting their ideals are wrong. Like, their ideals are completely off, and they want to have this. So I'm hearing kind of their karma is realizing, is having, okay, what I'm getting it is like they're sort of, there's a lofty ideal that's in their head about what they want. They're almost going to feel cheated by the universe and themselves because they don't get this lofty ideal. Like they have this like need for glorification, this need for absolute magnificence of accomplishment and ego, this combination of it, but it's not going to happen. But it's like they almost feel like cheated because it's like it doesn't happen, but they don't, it's just like it's not a big deal. Like they don't understand this true spiritual ideal of happiness, of what really matters. So they don't, but it's really interesting, these three so-called worst cards, right? Seven of Swords, Five of Swords are together. They feel stolen. They're going to feel sort of stolen from the universe. But it's sort of like, it's due to the fact that they just don't get it. They don't understand what's truly important. And it's sort of like, it doesn't matter if you go for your, basically what I'm getting is like, if you go for your aims, you go for them with the most highest spiritual of intent. Like, it's sort of almost like what happens will be the highest spiritual intent, and they don't understand this. They don't understand that that's like the most, like, they don't understand true high spiritual ideals. When I'm hearing, yeah, they're corrupted spiritually to their core, and because of this, like, if it's not 100%, if it's not like, they don't, like, for example, their company it does well, right? It does well, but if that's not good enough, it has to be like they've taken over all the markets. They're a kingpin in the scene. They're just, so anything less than that is just not good enough. And it's like, because they have such a shaky ego, and then they're gonna feel cheated. But it's like their whole mentality is like their own worst enemy. Their own, wow, interesting. Nine of Wands. It's sort of like they're going to be running into such a cold state of sort of like, it's almost like, I get this card, it's a very spiritual card. It's almost like this person should be learning spiritual lessons that they're not learning about what's truly important. And they just, Knight of Wands, they just power through anything, like move forward. But really, at the end of the day, they're just gonna end up behind bars and feeling cold. But they don't get it. They just don't understand why that is. So, yeah, very spiritually corrupted. This person, very like very wrong in the head is what I get. But though, I mean, it's just, they're not. I mean, they're not gonna have a nice life because they're so unconscious and just absolutely wrong. They're just so wrong, and that's what I get. And their wrongness that they put on other people will be the wrongness that they experience. And I hope I conveyed that well. Like, very spiritual elements to it. Very spiritual elements. All right. So that was pile number 1. Now it's time for pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. What is the karma for the narcissist? Your narcissistic friend, your narcissistic family member, your narcissistic like ex, boss, whomever, gardener, you know, like someone who's been in your life who's been narcissistic or exhibited very strong narcissistic tendencies. So let's see, what is the karma? So I'm getting a very strong, like, for this person's karma, it could be very much a business and financial. We've got the Magician, 7 of Pentacles, and 5 of Pentacles. So it's sort of like they've gone about doing their, I'm hearing a small business, or it could be even a garden, or a small, or it could be, it could be a very, what I'm getting is like a sort of a small business owner, or they do something they've done something on their own in terms of, or like they've tried to instigate something into the world. It's like a business, and it's very important to them to have like the pride of this, but they're finding it very, like, the business that they're trying to put in the world, they're finding it very, like, they wanted to sort of carve out their niche of whether it's like whatever business it is, whether it's carpentry, whether it's like a health food, whether it's a spiritual business, whether it's like a landscaping business. It's sort of like they wanted to carve their name into this, and to make this something that was very lucrative, that would give them lots of supply, that would be, but they're finding that it's just not, they're trying to put it into practice, and it's not working out. Like, you know, so the Magician, they're trying to gain their power through this. they're trying to gain, yeah, it could be through this business or it could be through something. They're trying to gain power and prestige and sort of a place in the world and significance and narcissistic supply through something, whatever it is, whether it's a business, whether it's, like a family, whether it's whatever it is, like a housing complex or something. They're trying to create that, whatever it is. Most important thing is they're trying to put it into the world, but it's being very satisfying or not satisfying and not like lucrative, right? It's not being lucrative. So and then they feel very, very, I'm hearing the words, they feel very, 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 very angry about this. They feel very angry that they're putting all this work into something and it's just not, they like, it should be, they're kind of looking out at this and they're sort of stuck at the Two of Wands stage. Like they want it to be, like to be, like they want it to be like fruitful and in this world, but it's not, and they feel very, very angry about it. So let's see, what else do we have here? And it's sort of like, because it's sort of this way because they're very, the energy that they've put in the world is not truly spiritual, and I think this is something that you get. You're on a spiritual level of knowing the full, like if you give some, okay, what I'm hearing is that for you, if you give something and put it into the world, it's from the highest spiritual honor. Like for example, if you're doing a business or what have you, you're doing it like with a very positive energy, and it's like you understand this, you understand what it's like to do things from a very high spiritual place, and this person doesn't get this, that they're coming from like a selfish place, and it's like they want their business to flourish. They want it to absolutely flourish, but instead it's just floating away and they can't ground it into reality. Like it's something that but it's sort of like they just don't have the ideals. It's like, I get this, as they really wanted to carve like a niche out, but they're finding it to be very difficult. But I'm hearing they're finding it to be difficult for the wrong reasons, because it's like they never came at it like, yeah, I'm getting a small business owner, like, they wanted to just create this little, like, even if they're like whatever it is, they wanted to create this success, and it's not being successful at all. And it's like and they're very stuck, because the Knight of Pentacles is a stuck card. So they're very stuck, and they're feeling very haughty about it. Interesting. And I said that the Queen of Wands, they feel very haughty about this. They feel almost like very angry, like blaming, like almost like they blame people for this, for the fact that they just came out, like, if their business, they create this business, it would be all for the wrong, like, sort of like for narcissistic supply, or they're not really, like, they don't have an energy, like, for example, this business that they hope to carve out or create something that they wanted to be kind of the queen of. They didn't come out at it with them like a giving, loving. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. They don't come out with a giving and loving attitude. And it's just like their whole attitude, very, like, the Queen of Wands in her negative can be very narcissistic. So let's get some more. And I'm going to get what they did to you. I got the word 10 different things, possible things that they could have done. But first I'm going to go into a little bit about their character. But then I'm going to see what did they do. But it's sort of like they... yeah, I'm hearing that they want to get away from whatever this is. I'm hearing it. Some of their comments too is they really want to get away from whatever they've created in their life, instead of facing it in a emotional, mature manner. I'm not getting a sense that this is like a very mature, like, it's sort of like they're being the Queen of Wands, which is really bitchy. bossy, obnoxious, right? They're being the very negative aspects of the Queen of Wands when they should be the positive aspect of the King of Cups, which is, emotionally mature, looking at everything with patience, love, compassion, kindness, looking at themselves, the whole other people, the whole situation with love and compassion and kindness. And they're not doing that. They're not doing that. And instead, like they're being the Queen of Wands when they should be the King of Cups. So they should be loving and giving, but they're being really, it's almost like instead of changing what I'm hearing with this particular endeavor, whatever it is, right? Business, family, like relationship, whatever it is, instead of looking at it, like instead of looking at it from like a loving perspective, like they're digging down more into the Knight of Swords energy, like the Queen of Wands and then the Knight of Swords. It's like they're the energy that's creating the problem. They're digging more into it. They're becoming, if they've infused sort of a selfish, bitchy, obnoxious attitude into their business or whatever endeavor this is that they wanted to create narcissistic supply, if they wanted this endeavor, they're like digging down with more of a bitchy, self-centered, obnoxious attitude, and it's making it almost, the goals almost go away from them. Like it's almost like it's making the goals go away from them. So it's sort of like they're digging down into it with more of that, that bitchy, obnoxious attitude. So I'm hearing, what have they done to you? Because I didn't really get into that, so I'll talk about. I get 10 different things. I'm gonna try and so I got the World over here. So it's sort of like they in some way they try to take the world away from you in some way. I'll kind of cover this up right here just because of they wanted to sort of I'm gonna cover it up with another card. Oh, the Sun, interesting. I kind of cover these cards because of YouTube and their policies, but the Sun and the World, interesting. So they kind of, I'm hearing that one of the things, okay, there's about 10 different things that they could have done, but they tried to dim your light. Okay, number one, 10 things they could have done. 10, they tried to dim your light. 9, they tried to put you down in some way. Number 8, they tried to take something from you that was not theirs. And number 7, they do that to other people. They try and take things from other people that are not theirs to take. It's very much a taking energy. I'm hearing that they gossip behind your back and other people's backs. And I'm hearing that whatever they do to you, they do it to other people. They do it, so don't take it personally. Whatever they do to you, they do to 7 or 8 other people, or 3, 4 other people for some cases. Number 5, they let's see, I'm trying to get the image of this. Is they sort of I'm hearing they had a temper tantrum. They're prone to this person is prone to temper tantrums. So they had if people don't if people don't toe their particular line, then all their other toxic characters. So if you don't toe the line, everything if you don't toe their line, all their negative behavior will come out. Number 4, they could have done something surreptitious that you're not even aware of, is what I got. They could have done some surreptitious, make a mean comment behind your back to make you look bad. So and this is what they do. They mean comment to make you look bad. They they could have taken like a something. They could have yeah, when your back, I'm hearing when your back is turned, they've done something or taken something. So it's back and turning. So I'm getting a backstabber. So yeah, I'm getting their backstabbing energy. So they backstabbed other people. They backstabbed people in their family, and and it also, I'm hearing they neglect other people around them because they're very, like, they could have, they neglect, and then they neglect their family, whoever that is, whether they're their kids, their family, they very much neglected their family because it's all about them, is what I hear. So therefore they neglect other people. So, but because of all that kind of behavior, that kind of energy that I described, they're like their pet project, I hear, or their pet hobby, or their pet career, or pet, what, you know what I mean, like pet whatever is not going to come to fruition, and they're just going to dig in and become more obnoxious and more angry instead of becoming, leveling up and being more of a higher vibe spiritual person, if that makes sense. So that's, I believe that's complete. And I'm hearing to know, one more message is to know them. You must know their psyche and the labyrinths, to know what they're going to do. And I think you're starting to know that now, but like, to know them, you must know their psyche. Like, so I think you'll know what that means, but that's what we get. So that's what we've got. Now let us move on to pile number 3, the last but not least pile. Let's see, what do we have? I'll kind of move these cards out of the way. So pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. What is the karma for the narcissist? The narcissistic ex, friend, family member, whoever. What is their karma? So Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Oh, interesting. 10 of Cups. I'm getting that one of their karma is that their family's members don't really like them at all. And then 4 of Wands. Something about their family being very unstable. Yeah, like very unstable. And not being able to ground what they want into this reality is what I'm hearing. But yeah, that's very, very significant because I'm hearing their relationship or their deepest held beliefs, friendships, or like your deepest held beliefs or friendships are going to be called into question. And I'm hearing that this person, these are things that they very much value, their stability, right? The four of Wands in reverse. 10 of Cups is like that family, that connection, that friendship, that sense of balance. And then 4 of Wands is stability. So that's being in reverse. And it's sort of like they don't know. I'm hearing this is a very kind of clueless person. Like they're really just don't. They're like, how could this happen? They're and I'm hearing that they've had awful, the Tower. Interesting. That's what I got. And then I pull out the Tower. The Tower is like, they're all, I heard, how could this happen? And I pull out the Tower. And they're just like, oh, how could this happen to me? You see this woman, she's like sort of clutching her chest, and he's clutching her chest in this particular card. How could these, I'm hearing almost like this, how could these events befall me? And it's just like, it's sort of like they don't understand how their narcissistic behavior has led to this. Like they just don't get it. And I'm hearing lots of people roll their eyes at this person behind their back is another thing. And it's sort of like I'm hearing they're very, like their narcissism could be quite extreme. And people just roll their eyes and they just, let's see what this other card is. Yeah. And I'm hearing they're not part of the same social, there's kind of shunned in social, that's kind of their tendencies. And they don't understand. Like, I'm hearing this person's just got some very nasty energy to them. They've got some very nasty energy, and they've almost like attacked other people's sense of well-being is what I'm hearing. They've attacked other people's sense of well-being even their financial well-being. I'm getting this is a very cold, mean, narcissistic person, and it's sort of like they don't understand why is their sense of self, like they just don't get it. It's almost like this person's very self-righteous and deluded, and actually a little bit cray cray is what I'm hearing. They've got that energy, but it's sort of like they just. I'm hearing they just don't get it. They don't get it. Not like, will they ever get it? It's kind of unlikely. I'm hearing, and let's see if we can get some cards here. Work with devotion. I'm hearing this person is just do what. Yeah, interesting. Work with devotion. Do what you love. Like this person has never really done what they love or connected to the true energy of love. Instead, they haven't worked with devotion, or they've worked with an energy that is very, like they've worked throughout their life with an energy that is very damaging to other people, like extremely. So I'm hearing this person could be very, or has been very psychologically damaging to other people throughout their life. Like they stirred up pots, like you see this picture right here. They've stirred up pots of extreme sort of like discontent, like extreme discontent, and now like stir, like you know how somebody stirs up pots, right? Like they've always like stirred up pots of these kind of extreme discontent, and yet they don't understand why now their stability is being attacked. Like it's sort of like their energy of love is very like it's. I'm hearing something too. They think that they're bringing love into the world when they criticize and put people down. Like they almost like this self-righteous person who's like, who like puts people down or what have you. And instead of, they don't come from and they don't understand. So I'm hearing their cluelessness. Their utter cluelessness is sort of their karma. They just don't get it. And I keep on getting that, but yeah, they just don't get it. And the Wheel of Fortune, and they feel like their karma is almost extremely unjust. Like they feel that it's very like it's sort of like they don't. Why is it not like, it's almost like, why don't I have what I want? Why don't I like they feel like it's very unjust what they're going through right now. They don't get it. They don't understand that the energy of that they haven't truly put an energy of love into the world of work, of like they haven't. I'm hearing this person has stirred up drama and caused lots of chaos in other people's life. That's what I get. Well, but under the disguise of love in some cases. Or they've gone about, or they've been destructive in some aspect, whether it's career, family. They've been very destructive under the guise of love, or like they've really stirred. I keep on getting at, seeing that they've stirred up the pot in some way. So how have they stirred up the pot? Like they've, I'm getting 4 different ways. Like I'm hearing unfair rumors, unjust rumors. I'm hearing even like they've criticized other people and attacked people online, but in an unfair, unjust way, like in an unfair and unjust way. Or and I'm seeing sowing seeds of like if there's a spiritual gathering or a group gathering, they'd like be like, oh, so and so said something about you, and like trying to triangulate. I'm hearing the word triangulate, and I'm hearing sometimes this triangulation, when people finally, it caused a huge rift in some cases, and that was a karma. But then I'm hearing some people never figured it out for this power of their triangulation, but other people did, and when it did, and they figured out that this person was the one who did the sows of seeds of dissension. It's sort of like they basically, it blew up in their face. It basically like just blew up in their face. Like, and then like, oh, like I'm hearing this image of somebody just doing something destructive. Like, okay, there's a, okay, this image, and it's like this image of, okay, just say somebody's making a stew, right? And they okay, okay, somebody is making a stew, right? And then they come along, and then then they pour a cup of laxative into the stew, and then everyone eats the stew, and they're like, oh, this is so tasty. It's a laxative that's like, you don't taste, but they put like 1 or 2 or 3 cups, and then no one tastes it, they eat it, and then afterwards everyone's on the floor having explosive diarrhea, and the whole floor is covered with, explosive diarrhea, right? And then everything is a mess. And then they're just like, and then people all figure it out. Oh, this person did it. This is the person who put the laxative into this wonderful stew and give us like intestinal distress, and we couldn't work for days, and because whatever, we've had so much intestinal distress, and then they're like, who, me? Oh, but that was love that I put that into your stew, and now everyone's all angry at them, and they don't want to have anything to do with them, and they're so, but I just did that. I put that poisonous laxative into your stew just for your own benefit. It was for your own benefit. I was just trying to clean you all out or something. You understand? Like, it's just sort of this person, like, I'm hearing chaos causer, the energy of chaos causer, but thinking it's all right somehow, like justifying it in their mind. And now they're just like, they have no stability, or people really, really hate them. People really hate them. And it's like, okay, I'm getting the 30 amplifier. Interesting. This is one of my deck of cards, 30 amplifier. And it's sort of like what they've done to other people. They're getting back 30-fold, or something like that. Or what they did, they're getting either back 30-fold, 30 times amplifier, which is the card I picked, or they don't realize, or what they did, either what they've done to other people is 30 times worse than they think. And they don't get it. It's 30 times worse than they think. So yeah, it's sort of like, let's see if I can get a card from my own deck, or my old deck. Okay, let's see. Oh, interesting. So it's like, when I pulled the blank card, right? So it's sort of like they don't understand what they've done. They don't. And now I'm seeing this image of it being filled with all these things. Like, their life is being filled with all these things, and it's like, it's coming. They're just almost like, oh, it's coming out of nowhere. It's what is this? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. It's blank. Like, I don't understand. So it's sort of like all these things are coming into their life that they just do not understand, and it's just like they let's see what else. Suppress. And I'm hearing it's coming from the fact that they've emotionally repressed. Like, why they kind of, and I'm not putting excuses for it, why they've caused all these chaos is because they've suppressed their emotions their entire life. And it's come out on other people. It's sort of like, and now it's coming back to them, but it all comes down to they didn't deal with their trauma. So now it's all coming back to them. Like, it's all that they never dealt with their own, shit, if you will. And now it's all coming back to them. I mean, I'm hearing it's all coming back to me now. That song. Anyway. But yeah, I think that's complete now. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. And I hope you have a terrific day. Bye-bye.